the Meadowlands. EA Sports welcomes you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. On the Bills sideline is their head coach. His team fell in their season opener a week ago, now hitting the road, looking for their first win. On the other side is counterpart, the Jets head coach. He comes in off that historic first career victory 1 week ago. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. And off we go from East Rutherford. On the return, it's McKenzie. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. And taking the snaps, quarterback now in his third year in the league.
The thing that stuck out to me, Mike, was when we met with him this week, immediately, right at the start of the production meeting, was his ability to take ownership of last week's loss. He said, listen, if I don't make those 2 interceptions, we probably win that game. And when you go back and watch the tape, I love how hard he is on himself. He played pretty good ball. If he can eliminate those couple bad throws, a couple bad decisions, when he's good, he is as good as there is in the NFL.
A gain of 4. And it's Allen on third down. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. The Bills bringing on their punting unit. A fair catch signals, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. And taking the snaps, quarterback now in his third year in the league.
Some games, the quarterback can just go out there and just take what the defense gives them. They don't have to necessarily create a lot of opportunities for their teammates to go out and perform, and they can still come away with the wins. I think today, though, he's going to be asked to carry a little bit more of a load, make some more plays happen, be a little bit more assertive. He does that, his team's just going to continue to get better and better, and it's going to be a tough matchup.
A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. He connects with Mims. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up third down. Darnold to the air once more. He'll try to run for it. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down. That's good for the Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That's over the middle. He spots the tight end, Ferguson. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. 1st and 10. That's another Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. Forced out left.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Touchdown, New York. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Well, the play fake gets its job done, and so too does the tight end. Always a great target down there, as you know, Greg, near the end zone.
And this is where, Mike, so many tight ends do their damage. Down here in the goal line where the threat of run gets so much attention. And oftentimes it just takes the slightest hesitation by a defender. You see a tight end pop wide open, and in this case, results in the touchdown.
So, following the touchdown, the punter, man, going to kick this one away. Eagles offense going to take over now for the second time. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. When you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that called in the rule? You don't want one loss to turn into two, one bad play to turn into two. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
Another try with Moss. Peeling forward for maybe a yard. Team Davis Gaither there to make the stop. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. Short pass taken in by Knox. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Taking advantage of that running ability. Gain of 17 and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
On the handoff, this is Moss. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. From the gun, throw here for Allen. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Moss. And the left first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
First down. 1st and goal, Buffalo.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. So now they'll throw it with Allen. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Anais Smith. Touchdown, Bills.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
That ties the game at 7.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Here's Berrios on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Jets offense ready for their 2nd possession. So, Greg, people always say when the schedule comes out in May, what do you look for? Back-to-back home games usually not something you look forward to, but it does happen in this case. And when you get a win and you know you're going on the road week 3, that puts a little pressure on this one to get 2-0 at home to start the season.
And how good would they be feeling to start your year and know, all right, we've got 2 wins in the bank, we're playing well at home. It just allows everything in the building to take a deep breath. You know, like it's just such an ideal way to start. The fans are excited, the city's excited, everyone in the organization can settle in. So the schedule makers certainly did them a little bit of a favor here, so they've got to take advantage of it. Build off of last week, come out and play well again, and it really sets themselves up for...
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll swing this out to Johnson. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. 2 different players each reporting a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one.
Boom! And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Bills offense getting set to get back to work. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. A run with Moss to begin the drive. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Man in motion is Brown. To the air on 2nd down. Here's Allen. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Now Allen facing 3rd and long. Going right, it's taken in, and he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. Or from MetLife Stadium after this. On comes the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. The 5 straight division titles. It's hard to see who can knock them off that perch right now.
Yeah, and I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king of the East. And I think when you look at the bottom of the division with the Jets and New England, they're clearly in a rebuild. Quarterbacks, coaching staffs, trying to kind of get themselves out of the bottom of the division. Miami seems to me, I don't know if they're ready to compete necessarily with Buffalo directly, but Miami is a playoff caliber roster, a playoff caliber team. They've showed it in years past. So,
and the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
At the 43-yard line. A gain of 12 on the play. It's now 3rd and 7.
Darnold now to throw. A ball deep for the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. When that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Bills offense ready to see what they can do. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7-0 outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets, Rams and Jags, who also play in London week 6 and 7. Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside of the U.S. in each regular season. Good coverage by the cut team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Jets offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release. The draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as this season gets going.
You know, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position. Cam Ward goes #1, and then obviously Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, Mike, I think you look at Ashton Genty. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back, under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for when they took him with their first-round pick.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. Of course, the Heisman winner, Colorado, great play, both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner. You know, Greg, it's hard to come in this league and play well on one side of the ball. Is it realistic to think you may see him on both offense and defense?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, and I think to start, you have to say, okay, let's hang our hat on something. And I think when you look at the league, where is it harder to find impactful players? I believe it's harder to find impactful defensive backs. I think it's a harder position. I think the league favors the offense with the rules and the play style. So if I'm Jacksonville, I'm making Travis Hunter a defensive back on day one, and then I'm going to package my offensive plays around his skill set to take advantage of him as a wide receiver. And then as time goes on, it will eventually unfold where he'll be able to have a role on both sides of the ball more consistently. But if I was in Jacksonville, that's what I would do. But I think it's going to be very interesting to see how fast.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Jets offense. And their running back set to go once more. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked the touchback, they got the ball to 20. It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime. Each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, for that. It just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped the ball. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come over.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, here is Allen. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
That's good for a Bills first down.
On play action, Allen. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Play action now, and here's Allen. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. The 3rd and long.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's
From the shotgun, it's Allen. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. Here's the punter now. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Nearly a good one. And hit at the 6, but continues in the end zone. It's a touchdown. The Jets offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. At the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. We'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. The defense not biting. They stay at home and they tackle him for no gain.
no gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, it's Darnold. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Darnold to throw on 1st down. He'll take a shot with Mims. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Darnold. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Taken back to the other side of midfield.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
On 3rd and long, here's Darnold. He'll take a shot with Mims. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Potentially very big call here. Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Bills offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. the gun, here's Allen. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the gun, Josh Allen. Open is knocks over the middle. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. From the gun, it's Allen. He runs with it. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Bills first down.
Allen will throw, and that's going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To the air once more, it's Allen. Back to the outside. He's got Diggs. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Allen on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
That's another Bills first down.
On 2nd down, Allen. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. This is 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 4. It's 3rd down.
From the gun, throw here for Allen. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
Less than a yard.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. It's our 2nd week in studio, 2nd week of the NFL season. Lots to get to, so let's get after it. Our journey through the NFL starts now. At M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, the Ravens at home to take on their AFC North rivals, the Cleveland Browns. And it's the Browns QB. One of his 3 touchdown passes in the ballgame, he also added a rushing touchdown for good measure. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, each team's been able to manage just 1 touchdown, 7-7 tied at the half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. Here's Berrios on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Jets offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
34-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seat he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak? That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
That's taken at about the 14. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Bills offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. Low-scoring game, all time, third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. First and 10. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
They'll run with Moss. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Third and 2. Here we go. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Bills first down. First and 10 at the 46.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up second and 7.
To the air on second down. Here's Allen. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4. At the 36.
Here's Allen to throw. This is intercepted. And the Jets will take over here just shy of the 30.
Look, I think any time, Mike, you find yourself all tied up in the second half of the ballgame, it's all hands on deck. Both teams are trying to find a way. How can I separate? How can we give our side a clear advantage? That pick right there, killing that first series of this second half, that seems like one of those separators to me. Now, this offense, as they take the field, they have to capitalize and come away with points.
They'll begin here on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Second and 10. At the 20.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He'll swing this out to Johnson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. It's a pickup of 12. And the Jets have a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's second and 6. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Brings up third and 1.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he is going to have a Jets first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much. They get it on third and a yard. Here's Darnold. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
You're trying to pick this up on third and 8. Darnold. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You certainly don't want to be wasting downs at this stage of the game, but with nothing open, I can't really blame him. There was really nowhere to go with the ball. You don't want to start throwing into tight coverage, and he just has to simply throw that one away.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Moss. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That one swung out wide to Moss. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
First and 10.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. A run over center with Moss. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the draw, it's Singletary. And a determined run there inside the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards.
A gain of 9.
They'll run with Gilliam. Will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So now they'll throw it with Allen. And he won't get away. Good opening tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
And off from the pistol, it's Moss. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Allen to throw on 3rd and long. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down. The Bills will send out the field goal unit. This a 46-yard attempt. Passes kick is good. And the Bills will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Job number 1 on this drive. Find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. From the 33, here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's a run to begin the 4th quarter. And he'll have a Jets first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
And the Jets first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing, Donald. He'll take a shot with Mims. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 39 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll stick with him again. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
brings up 3rd and 7.
To throw is Darnold. Quick throw here is complete. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to tie things up here in the 4th. And this one right down the middle. It's good. That evens the score here in the 4th quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. 4th quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bills offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. They go play action now. Here's Allen. Left side, that open man is Knox. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Allen now on 2nd down. Off-balance throw. It's complete. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Gain of 7. 1st down, Bills.
They send the tight end in motion. Throw once more. Here's Allen. He'll get this complete. It's Moss. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Throwing again is Allen. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Tight end going in motion here.
1st down, Bills.
Throwing again. It's Allen. Short pass taken in by Knox. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Allen to throw again. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. The Bills bringing on the punt team. Important punt here in this tie game late. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Jets offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. And he's going backwards here. They're going to take him down, back at the 5.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones. And if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14. Handoff here, up the middle. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. That's That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
41-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run. He understood his leverage.
This is intercepted. And the Bills are going to have it just past their 25.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Bills offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. Allen going to make the read and hold on here. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, here is Allen. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. 2nd and 6 coming up. Putting the tight end in motion.
49-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. It's out. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up the 1st down after a gain of 7. 2 minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll just pitch this one out there. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Here's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Jets' 41-yard line.
Again, it's Allen to the air. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. The crowd at MetLife on their feet for 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 11.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback. Has come out to the 20-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. We're all even. 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He keeps it himself. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
13 yards on the play. And the Jets, 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And it's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
He connects with Mims. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Jets. 1st down.
Darnold down on 1st and 10. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Now on 2nd and long.
A loss at 6. Brings up 2nd and 16.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's over the middle. He spots the tight end, Ferguson. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. And that is incomplete.
When this offense took the field, in their mind, Mike, they want to end this game in regulation. You do not want to play for overtime. And now as this fourth down comes up, I think this coach has a decision to make. Do you remain aggressive and keep the offense on the field and try to end it here? Or do you make the safe play and punt the ball away and settle for overtime?
The Bills offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
To the air on second down. Here's Allen. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
Number 26. A loss of a yard on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Allen on 3rd down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. This offense still has the one timeout to use. 1st and 10 coming up now. One more time going up top with Allen. The Bills going to use their final timeout here. Clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
It's 2nd and 8.
To throw again, it's Allen. Rolling to the left. And he'll be lucky to just get some positive yards out of that one. Out of bounds, pickup of 2. Third down, it's Allen. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. On 4th down, out comes the punter. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Here is 1st and 10. They'll stick to the ground. And he's going to be taken down, and that will do it. 4 quarters, no winner. Let's keep going. We're off to overtime. So, overtime coming up, and remember the rules now were changed in the offseason. They're the same as the overtime playoff rules. So each team gets to possess the football once. If you score a touchdown on the opening drive, it's no longer a walk-off. The other team can match it. From then on, it's next score wins. Each team gets 3 timeouts. Any defensive score ends the game. All replay challenges come from upstairs, and we play 1 overtime period. If it's still tied, that's the way the game ends. On the return, it's McKenzie. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bills offense ready to take over once again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. A run with Moss to begin the drive. Into the secondary, past the 40. Inside the 20. The defense saves the touchdown, but a terrific run. It'll be 1st and goal inside the 10. A huge play there in overtime. 67 yards.
As dynamic a run as you're going to see. He gets really good initial blocking at the point of the attack. That springs him loose. But then it's just his speed and open field running that does the rest.
Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now a first throw here in overtime. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Allen. And this ball incomplete. on third down. So now, a big spot coming here. This to get a leg up in the OT. This kick is good. He knocks it through. And they get the upper hand as they take the lead to start overtime.
Of course they would have loved to finish this with a touchdown, of course. But this is the next best thing. You come out here in overtime, you get the early lead going up by 3, and now you put it on your defense. Can they come up with one stop to win this football game?
The Jets offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Darnold. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete. 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd down.
Off the play fake, it's Darnold. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he will score. Terrence Ferguson. Touchdown, Jets. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
So this one in the win column for the Jets. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory.